You cannot outthink a broken machine. When your body's internal chemical gauges are jammed in the wrong positions, relying on willpower is useless. The items lining modern supermarket shelves act as industrial sabotage. They are engineered chemical formulations explicitly designed to hack human neural circuitry. This schematic shows exactly how the bliss point hack operates. Food manufacturers mathematically calculate specific macronutrient ratios to trigger a rapid dopamine spike. This artificially bypasses the brain's biological stop signals, driving you to consume continuously. Looking at the third gauge, we see cortisol. This stress alarm dumps unused sugar directly into belly fat. Moving to the first gauge, we find insulin. Constant eating keeps this switch in storage, physically blocking cells from repairing broken parts. This diagram of the body's hybrid engine illustrates the snacking trap. Grazing continuously refills your glucose tank. This keeps the padlock engaged and permanently locks your engine out of its fat-burning mode. Chronic fatigue and rapid weight gain are not moral failings. They're the inevitable mechanical results of running a precision engine on corrupted fuel. To diagnose the breakdown, we have to establish a core operating rule. You are not what you eat. You are strictly what your body can mechanically absorb. This blueprint of the food factory outlines the process. Biomatter enters the mouth's mechanical grinder, dropping straight into the stomach's chemical demolition phase. Further down, an absorption carpet soaks up nutrients before every molecule reports to the liver to be burned, stored, or detoxed. This system breach detail reveals the impact of modern additives. Ingredients like polysorbate 80 act as detergents, literally scrubbing away the protective mucus wall. When that barrier breaks down, it causes leaky gut. Toxins flow directly into your bloodstream, triggering systemic immune warfare. Industrial formulations provide terrible fuel. Worse, they physically dismantle your engine's primary defense and processing systems from the inside out. Looking at this model of carbohydrate mechanics, carbs are an immediate energy source with a strictly limited glycogen storage tank. These physical constraints demand an overflow consequence. Once that small capacity limit is hit, all excess glucose pours straight into the unlimited body fat. This spectrum charts lipid stability, contrasting dietary fats based on their physical structure. While natural fats remain structurally sound, artificial trans fats are hydrogenated into unnaturally rigid shapes that are entirely too toxic for the body to process. Then there is the zero storage rule for protein. There is no overflow tank for amino acids. If your dietary intake drops, the machine cannibalizes its own muscle tissue, hair, and nails just to keep the heart beating. This mechanism illustrates the leucine toggle switch. Muscle building is not a dial you turn up. It's a strict on-off switch requiring a heavy 30-gram payload of quality protein in a single meal to flip into the build position. Supporting all of this is a zero-calorie ignition system made up of vitamins and minerals. You could eat a mountain of them and gain zero energy. They don't provide the fuel, they act as the spark plugs required to ignite it. Understanding these physical constraints proves a crucial point. All calories are not mechanically equal. They send entirely different operational instructions to your machine. This schematic lays out base operations. Reversing system failure requires a biomechanical foundation. Step 1. Enforce a one-ingredient rule to strip out the chemical hacks sabotaging your system. Step 2. Prioritize a fixed protein target to physically crowd out junk food capacity. Hitting that exact protein target naturally triggers a massive release of GLP-1. That is your body's built-in satiation signal, physically shutting off the internal hunger drive without requiring a single ounce of willpower. Looking at this protocol, step 3 is calibration. With protein locked, carbohydrates and fats become lifestyle dials adjusted for your physical output. Finally, the top layer is supplementation, using high-quality supplements strictly to plug specific data holes identified by blood work. Before putting anything into the machine, apply the 200-year rule. If a food did not exist 2 centuries ago, your human genetics are simply not calibrated to process it. True health mastery has absolutely nothing to do with fighting cravings or relying on discipline. It is about reading the manual, supplying the exact specifications, and finally letting the human machine restore itself.